Hey guys, welcome back to the channel, or welcome if you're new here. Thank you for stopping by. So today we're going to be doing kind of a mini review. I've already done a mini review on it, but I want to talk to you about my thoughts since I did that video. So it's a Disney Frozen 2. We know she let me down a little bit. I wouldn't go so far as to say it was an epic fail. I wouldn't go that far. I mean, the packaging is stunning. Even the front of the cover is stunning. So yeah, I'm definitely going to keep the outer carton just to keep little Elsa clean here, because I wouldn't want to ruin this, and I'm never ever going to declutter it just because I'm the biggest Disney fan that you'll probably ever come across. I absolutely love Disney World. So yeah, and I love Elsa just because it's my mum's favourite princess. So yeah, I really like it. It does remind me of my mum when I use this palette, which always puts a smile on my face. But the shades inside, guys, oh my gosh, Colourpop really got it wrong. I mean, the colour story is very Elsa-like, isn't it? So yeah, I like the colour story, and that's why I got it. It's got shades in here that I don't have in the collection. So let me just start off by saying that. I mean, there are some shades that I really did like. Some of the mattes don't blend out well, like these two darker shades. I mean, you can definitely work with the palette, but they don't blend out well. You'll see the swatches on my arms in a second, and you'll see what I mean. This Cuddle Close here is absolutely stunning, but it is very chalky, which again you'll see what I mean in a second. I do like to use it as a highlighter though. It looks real pretty as a highlighter. Then we've got these shades here. So we've got Northern Lights, which would have been perfect if it only, you know, was pigmented enough, but it's not. Then we've got Gala, which is the same issue there. The only eyeshadow that is so pretty is this one here, which is called Ice Crystals, and it is so pigmented. I think it's one of their Super Shock formula, and that's why it's that pigmented. I wish they were all like that. I mean, this one I can live with because I really do like it, and I can get it to work. It looks really nice as an inner corner highlight. And I do like Fire as well, that brown crease shade. Winter again was a little bit patchy, but not as patchy as these two. I do like it and I will use it, and I'll even use Awaken down here, but I don't think I'll use that. When I use shades like that, especially on the lash line, I look like I've got bloodshot eyes, and it's just not a pretty look, is it? So yeah, I probably will never use that shade. But yeah, let's get into the swatches and I'll show you what I mean. So this is the palette in all its glory. Absolutely adore it. You can't really say a lot about the packaging. The only negative I've got about the packaging is that it's cardboard, and you know, it's quite flimsy as well. I mean, it's got a magnetic closure, which is nice. Whoops. And it stains. Like I used the red shades and it's stained here, and like the other cardboard packaging, when you're using the shades, this one's not been too bad, but the actual, yeah, you can see it here where I've been using it. You can see that it's stained it. So every time I use these palettes I have to wipe them up because that's the perfectionist in me. I don't like messy palettes, especially not ones as cute as this. Right, so this is what the palette looks like. We're just going to do some swatches on it now. I've got glitter absolutely everywhere. I'm trying to do all of my Colourpop palettes so far. In total now I've got 6. I'm getting another one delivered. I think that's either going to be tomorrow or Monday, and then we'll do that one, and then we won't have any Colourpop palettes for a while. I think I'm going to get some at the end of the month, maybe 1 or 2 more. I just really want to build up the Colourpop collection and not buy anything else for a while. As you can see, it's like where the like magnetic closure is, it's left red all along there as well, which I'm not liking. So yeah, it's staying there as well. Don't want, now I'm going to have to take the plastic off the mirror. Didn't want to do that. Yeah, so you can't actually get the stains off. Now if it was plastic, you'd be able to get them off. But anyway, let's not grumble too much. So we're going to go in with Cuddle Close. Like I said, I've done swatches of these on the videos. I mean, I have used it. So I'll swatch this shade a couple of times so it shows up. So that's Cuddle Close. Then we've got Fire, which like I said, I really do like it. It's a really nice transition shade. Then we've got Northern Lights. So this is where it all goes wrong, and it's such a shame because it's a really nice, pretty duochrome. Now that's what it looks like on the finger. And that's just one swatch, so we'll do another swatch. And that's what that looks like. I mean, on the hand it doesn't look too bad. It's when you go and apply it on the lids. I think next time I use this palette, next time Pretty Random pulls it out for me, I'm going to try that shade with a glitter glue and see if it performs any better with that. And then we've got Gala, which is this shade here. Like in other videos, I've had something to compare it to. I don't have anything to compare this one to. So that's a really pretty lavender shade. Now that one's not pigmented either, or not to the pigment that I would like. So yeah, there's that. Just going to take my watch off. Normally I do swatches up my arm, but I've just done them on my hand this time. Right, and then we've got Flurry, which is the pressed glitter. Here. Again, the pressed glitter is quite nice, and I don't have too many of them in the collection. But a lot of people were actually saying that they would prefer that to have been left out and another shadow put in its place, and I completely agree. I wouldn't have minded another like eyeshadow in there. Not a matte though. I mean, most of the mattes perform okay. Like, well, I say most of the mattes. I'd say 50% do. Fire, and I can get the water shade to perform okay. It's when it comes to these darker shades. And I thought it was just me. I thought I was blending them wrong, but I've seen a few videos on this, well, not on this particular palette. What they're basically doing is ranking their Colourpop videos least favourite to favourite, and Leah Janae, I watched her video today because it was recommended by another. She basically said what I'm saying is the packaging is beautiful, but the actual eyeshadows are very hit and miss, and she agrees that that one is the best in the palette, the Ice Crystal shade, which you'll see in a minute. So Water is just that shade there. It's a really nice, like, periwinkle blue. It's really pretty, but it's very hit and miss when it's on the eyes. Right, so now we're getting to the dreaded shades that I don't really like that much. So we've got a sequin shade here called Awakened. I mean, I don't really go for these kind of shades anyway. It was the rest of the palette that I was looking forward to using. I should have watched reviews. I mean, I don't feel like I've wasted my money. It's nice to have it in the collection. But if I'd watched some reviews and I'd seen a few bad ones, I probably wouldn't have bought it. I would have bought something else. But I do like this shade here, and I want to try and get this shade to work. And I do like that shade there. If I can get that shade to work with glitter glue and that shade to work, then it'll be worth the money. You can see Awakened is quite patchy here, but it's not as patchy as Spindrift, which we'll have a look at in a minute. So Ice Crystals. This is, oh, look at it, guys. That is what an eyeshadow should be. This is what these shimmers in the palette should be, but it is a Super Shock, and I believe that they only put one Super Shock in per palette, which is a shame. I would have preferred this shade here to be Super Shock. I like silvers, I just don't wear them often. So yeah, I would have preferred Northern Lights to be Super Shock rather than this. But yeah, that's just my thoughts. And then we've got Spindrift, which is, in my opinion, the worst eyeshadow in the palette. I mean, it's the smoothest. It's very, very smooth. But you can see already, like, it's skipping on its patchiness. It's just too dark for me, you know. I'm just too pale to wear shades like that. This one I can carry off a little bit if I just put it in the outer V, but I use this and I had to do the look so many times, like 3-4 times. Well, 3 times, and then I deleted the footage by mistake, so that wasn't the eyeshadow palette's fault. So I did the eyeshadow look 4 times before I was happy with it, and in the end I didn't even use this shade. I just used this shade in the outer V and on the lash line, along with this, like, to kind of blend it out. But yeah, the palette itself, I wouldn't say it's good. I wouldn't recommend it. I think if you're a Disney fan, then and you just want it to collect, then yeah, why not? Like I said, there are a few shades in there that you can get to work. If you're not a lover of, like, really pigmented eyeshadows, I think my problem is I have got quite a lot of Colourpop Super Shock eyeshadows, and I'm going to do some swatches just to see if any have dried up. So that'll be coming soon. And just to see, you know, what they look like. So yeah, I'm going to do some swatches on that, and you'll see the difference. You'll see the difference between, obviously, what they look like and what the Super Shock ones do. Well, you've already seen it with that Ice Crystal shade. So yeah, I mean, if you have got your eye on the palette and think, oh, it's really, really nice packaging, because if you're like me, you do buy things for packaging, it's really good for that, and I will, like I said, I'll keep it in the collection and I will use it from time to time, but it's not going to be a go-to Colourpop palette in my opinion, and for that case then I just feel like the money's been wasted. But yeah, that is the palette. The beautiful palette. It's kind of put me off the Anna one, and I was thinking about getting the Anna one and having it as part of a collection, but it's kind of put me off that now, which is a real shame because it would have looked good in my cabinet together, but it's put me off. Maybe in time I will get it, and maybe I'll like that more. But yeah, for now I'm not gonna get that palette. I'm just gonna get a couple of other ones that I've got my eyes on. But yeah, this concludes the video, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. If you're not already subscribed, I would love for you to hit that subscribe button. Also, please like, it really does help out the channel. Share and comment, and I will see you in my next one. Bye, guys.